Hello everyone, my name is Zach. I am the Traveling Man, and recently I asked my viewers, what experience do you want me to feature on the channel in an upcoming vlog series? And by a large majority, the retreat on board Celebrity Cruises was the winner. So here I am now on board Celebrity Reflection. We are docked today in Barcelona, Spain, where I'm embarking on a 9-day voyage on this beautiful ship. My first time on the Reflection and my first time staying in the retreat. In this vlog series, I'm going to tell you just how it is to stay in the retreat on board Celebrity Cruises, and we're going to answer that famous question, is it even worth it? So come on if you're ready. We have a big adventure to go on this time, so let's get this adventure started. We're now on board Celebrity Reflection for the very first time, and I'm so excited. Very first time staying in the retreat, so I'm actually headed up to my suite right now, going up the elevator, and then I got to figure out, it's at the very back of the ship, so we're going to have quite a walk, but it's going to be worth it, because it's actually, well, I'll show you when we get there, and tell you a little bit about the room, and already off on the wrong foot, because I was headed in the wrong direction, so make sure that you do mind the signs on embarkation day. You might think you know better, like I just did. Then you walk all the way to the opposite end of the ship where you need to go. All right, so we reached the very end of the hall, and my room is actually through another door. It's here with another room, but they're not connecting inside, only on the outside. But here we are, 1688. This is gonna be my room for the cruise, my suite, and it does say that perfection's in progress. Grab your SeaPass card, drop your bags, and go enjoy the ship. So that's what we're gonna do, but the room does have a doorbell. No one's in here. Let's ring the doorbell. Listen. How cool. So here we are, room 1688 here on board Celebrity Reflection. This is, if I can get in, this is a corner sky suite. And look how spacious it is. Of course, like all the sky suites that they have on Celebrity, it does come with a sofa. Set my back down real quick. There's some closets over there. We'll take a step inside the bathroom real quick. Here's the thermostat right here. We're going to go ahead and kick that all the way on cold. It's a warm day here in Barcelona. Here's the bathroom. Very nice bathroom. Cool little sink here with a sink on top of the counter. Seeing a little bit of wear and tear, but that's okay. It is an older ship. And then a nice bathtub in here as well. And this is a sort of a rainfall shower head in here, which is nice. Very nice. And then of course retreat branded towels in here. That's the official, you'll see that a lot probably in my videos. On this cruise, that's the official seal or logo of the retreat. So let's keep moving here into the room. Very nice room, very spacious, lots of room. And then, of course, a king-size bed. And the best part, I think, is this balcony. It's the reason I booked it, at least. This room does come with a job. If you book this room, you have to clean the windows. See, they got the little cart waiting here for me to do my job this week. But no, this is where, I don't know if someone comes in my room to board this little thingy, but this is the thing they use to clean all the windows. So that's interesting. But here's the room. Let me back up here in the corner. Or the balcony, rather. We saw the room. This is the balcony. You come all the way here in the corner. You can see how big it is. It wraps all the way around the corner here to an aft view right back here. So a very cool room. I'm very excited to have this room. Feel very fortunate that I was able to snag it because I know these are very popular. Beautiful day here in the port of Barcelona, though. In the city of Barcelona, you can see a little bit of wayfinding real quick. You can see the downtown area right over here. So you see how close downtown Barcelona is to the actual port itself. And there are 3 ships in port today. Of course, the Celebrity Reflection, which is where I stand. In front of us is Celebrity Edge, and then in front of that is the World, the MSC World. I forget the name of that ship. It's the big new MSC ship, but it's up there in front of Edge. So yeah, a beautiful day. I love sailing out of Barcelona. It's going to be a fantastic cruise. So wow, we're officially here. I've waited so long for this. I've been so excited to try out a suite with Celebrity the Retreat. In fact, the reason that I'm doing this is because I put out a poll recently, a few months ago, and asked my viewers just like you, all across my social media channels. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, Zach the Traveling Man. If you're not following me on those channels, you need to, because I give cool polls for my viewers, and they can pick like what cruises I go on and stuff. So they said they want to see me in the retreat on Celebrity. Now, after I said I booked it, I announced I booked it, and people were like, it's not really the retreat because you're not on Edge series, or you're not on a revolutionized ship, which Reflection hasn't been revolutionized or refurbished just yet. So a lot of people were like, it's not really the retreat, but it is really the retreat. I paid, in full transparency, I paid north of $7,000 for this cruise to be in the suite, to be in the retreat. Now, on board this ship, it doesn't have a sun deck, retreat sun deck, but that wasn't a big issue for me because I don't lay out in the sun a lot. I don't like to go out in the sun, or, like every day or lay out in the sun. I didn't really need that. It does have Michael's Club, which is the retreat lounge, exclusive to retreat guests. You can go in there. They have a bar in there. They have, I think, music sometimes. They have afternoon tea every day. And then you also get access to Luminae. That's what I'm most excited about. We're going to go to Luminae here in just a minute. I think they said that's opening at 11, and it's just 10 past 11 now. So that's really why I wanted to book. I wanted to get the fill of Luminae. I wanted to eat at Luminae for 9 nights. I wanted to be able to go to Michael's Club or the retreat lounge. I wanted to stay in a huge sky suite. This is it counts as a corner sky suite, or it's actually classified as a sunset sky suite since it is on the back. And look at this window back here. I don't know if I called that out, but there's a porthole window right here behind me. We're not going to be able to, let me capture. There we go. That's nice too, to have that window. That's usually in a sky suite you would just have the balcony, but we have a window here too, and I'm really, really excited. I can't wait. But yeah, I paid north of $7,000, and did want to say here, this was not gifted. I don't take gifted cruises, and I've never really offered gifted cruises because I feel like cruise lines know that I'm honest. I'm going to tell you if things are messed up, if things aren't great. So I'm never gifted cruises. I always pay just like you do. So you can anticipate when you watch a Zach the Traveling Man video, you're not getting any fluff. I'm not telling you that everything was perfect, pie in the sky video. I'm going to tell you the truth and what you can expect when you come. That's what I do. I do what I do with integrity. I love what I do. So I'm not going to take a free gift just so I have to say, it was perfect. I loved it. So I paid just like you would. So believe me, you're going to get all the truth about my retreat experience here on board a Celebrity Reflection. But enough of me talking in this room. I just wanted to give you a little bit of backstory about why I booked a suite. I'm not even supposed to be in here, so I guess I'm going to go out and check out more of the ship, and then ultimately I'm going to end up in Luminae, where it's going to be lunchtime. First time dining in Luminae as a retreat guest. I'm so excited. Oh, I guess I should show the closet too while we're here. Standard closet. There's a standard safe down there. I'm trying to figure out if that maybe looks a little bit bigger than some of the other safes. I don't know. There's also binoculars here. These are in most all rooms, or at least Aqua Class and above. You can use these, but don't take them home. Same with that umbrella there. You can take the tote bag, though. Remember this, y'all. I carry my groceries. Y'all, if you ever saw me up at Aldi, you would see me carrying Celebrity Cruises bag at Aldi, or any grocery store I go to. Plenty of space in here. Ooh, there's a robe. That's going to be nice on the balcony. And then, of course, the life jacket's up there. So, yeah, this is the room. I'm sure you'll see it more throughout the week. And, of course, I'll do a full, detailed room tour. Usually do those around the end of the week after I get a good feel for the room. But this is the 1688 here on board Celebrity Reflection, my home for the week. Here on deck 14, this is the location of Ocean View Cafe, of course. Ocean View Cafe on all Celebrity ships. But it looks like they have a little bit of art on this one. That's what some people have told me, to expect more art on Reflection than some of the other Solstice class ships. So I'm excited to see that as I walk around. Another thing I'm excited about the Reflection, I know it has some things that you don't normally find on the other Solstice class ships. One of those is the porch. This restaurant here on deck 15. Take a step inside right here. I think it's more of a lunch venue, but I know they have seafood and things like that. And it's right here, a part of the lawn club, actually. Let's just walk through here and I'll show you. It's right here by the lawn club, which starts right here. The cool thing about the Reflection also, one of my biggest complaints when I first sailed the Equinox was how disjointed the ship felt. Like, you had the lawn club in the back, then you had to go down steps to get to the rest of like the pool deck, but it's all one level deck here on the Reflection. That was someone told me that early on, like, you have to try Reflection. It's so cool how it's laid out. So seeing that already. But back there is the lawn club, and there actually are those steps down there on deck 14, which is the main Lido deck, or the main pool deck, to come up to deck 15. But before that would be all the access you would have to the lawn club back there. I'm just really excited about it. I think it's really cool that this ship is different than some of the other Solstice class ships. And of course, another cool thing about Reflection is it is the now 4th newest ship. It came just before the Edge, and it actually debuted in 2012. So if you're going in order from like newest to oldest, like, Reflection just had to be next on my list. That's one of the reasons I want to try it. I wanted to sail on the ship for so long, and I'm so excited to be on it now. I'm just really happy to be back on Celebrity. It's been like over 6 months, and that's a long time for me, so I'm really happy to be back home. So here we are on the very back of the Reflection on deck 15, just behind the lawn club. This is the location of the sunset bar, which also looks different on the Reflection than the other Solstice class ships. It's here in the middle and all the seating around it, which I really like. I did want to mention, let me get back here, it's very windy, so I'm trying to keep the wind out of the audio as much as I can, but we do have the Celebrity Edge right behind us. So we have the newer ship, the ship that's just newer than Reflection. Of course, Reflection came out in 2012 and Edge came out in 2018. They also seem to have just more seating in general. They have these little hammocks here, right here on the lawn club. They also have these huge Adirondack-like chairs up there, and then they have these beanbag-looking chairs out there on the actual lawn. Right up here is the big screen, so it looks like you can sit out on those chairs and just watch movies and stuff, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, this is the lawn. Ooh, and right over there, let me zoom in a little bit because I wanted to show you this. Can you see that? This is the Lawn Club grill. So this was the precursor. This came just before the rooftop garden grill, which is on the Edge series of ship. And I think the Lawn Club grill is only on Reflection, maybe on Silhouette too. Y'all are gonna have to let me know down in the comments, because I haven't been on Silhouette yet either, but coming soon. But it's unique to, I think, just Reflection. But it's going to be just like Rooftop Garden Grill, and I'm actually going to be eating there on this cruise, so you're going to get to see what that dining experience is like. But it's one of the specialty dining options available here on board the Reflection. So here on deck 14 forward is another well-known venue on Solstice class ships. This is the Sky Observation Lounge, and it's already looking different on Reflection versus the Solstice and Equinox, which of course it's much newer, so or a few years newer at least. But one thing about it, we'll see. Let me walk around here real quick. I'm doing like a ship tour, and I don't mean to be. I just am really excited. It's not as big. Notice it sort of ends right here, and that's because Reflection has some suites just on deck 14 on the other side of that wall that you don't find on some of the older Solstice ships. They actually added, I think, some of the bigger or biggest suites on this entire ship are just on the other side of that wall there. So the Sky Observation Lounge is not as big on this ship as it is on some of the other Solstice class ships. So now here on deck 14, this is the solarium. It's just behind the Sky Observation Lounge where we just were. And I love a solarium. All Celebrity ships have a solarium. They're all very nice. Of course, they have these floor-to-ceiling windows. And today we have a good little industrial view out here, out in Barcelona. But yeah, I'm really excited to spend some time in here. I said earlier I don't spend time on the pool deck. This is probably the only pool deck I would spend time on because it's covered, it's inside, so it's climate controlled, and it's just very nice. Alright, so enough of that impromptu ship tour I was on. Now we're going to get into Luminae. It's now 11:35. It's supposed to have opened at 11:30. I'm not even hungry because I had so much food on the plane, but y'all, Luminae is where it's at. I've been fortunate enough to be able to eat there on a couple of other occasions, on Solstice and on Apex. The food is like nothing else on board the ship, and I already say Celebrity has the best food, but it's just like amped up another degree when you go to Luminae. So I'm gonna go there now for my very first time and get lunch, and I can't wait to enjoy Luminae the entire cruise. Okay, just kidding. I couldn't really tell if Luminae was open yet or not, so maybe I'm still a little early, so I'll wait a minute. But here is the martini bar. I'll go ahead and show it because you're never going to see it this empty the entire cruise. So I'll show that here. There's some additional seating over here for the martini bar, but this is certainly one of the most popular spots on the entire cruise, or any celebrity cruise, the martini bar, and this is located here on deck 5. So I know it's only, it's 11:45 now, but it just hit me, that like panic, like I haven't gone to my muster station yet. I didn't even know where it was at, but I'm seeing it now. I'm walking to it. It's D3, so I'm gonna go to my muster station, get checked in there, because you know what? We cannot officially be on a cruise until we do our muster drill. So I'm gonna go do my muster drill, and then we'll officially be on a cruise, and we can go get some lunch. And my muster station is just right outside Blue, so why not? Blue, of course, is the restaurant exclusive to those guests staying in Aqua class. However, I don't know if it's like an actual rule or not, but you can just check up on it. Sometimes if you are staying in the retreat and they have a room for you, they will let you dine retreat guests in Aqua class, or in Blue rather. So if you want to eat in Blue restaurant and you are staying in the retreat, you should probably check with the maitre d' at Blue to see if there's space for you. But I have heard that they will let you dine in here if you're staying in the retreat. You just have to ask very nicely, and there does have to be space. And in my opinion, like I said, I haven't really had Luminae but 2 times yet, but Blue is probably the best place you can eat on any celebrity cruise ship. I really love Blue. I've always liked it from the first time I got to try it. All right, muster station is done, so that means we are officially on a cruise. So I'm taking my traditional stroll down the promenade here on deck 5 to celebrate. And y'all, it's good. It's a good cruise day. I am tired because I flew overnight from the East Coast of the United States to Barcelona, an 8-hour flight. Left the airport, came right to the cruise terminal. I'll tell you in just a little bit after we eat at Luminae. I'm going to talk to you about the embarkation process and what that was like for retreat guests such as myself. But I'm tired, but I'm really thrilled. I'm so happy. I've been looking forward to this cruise for a long time, and I'm really glad that the day is here. So let's go get some lunch and celebrate officially being on a cruise on board Celebrity Reflection. Alright, so just back from lunch, the first time dining in Luminae, and how was this for a backdrop, y'all? We got the Celebrity Edge back there, sitting on the very back of the Celebrity Reflection, and I'm really loving it. That's my earliest review. Of course, I always do a full review of the ship, and what I thought of the cruise. I'm also going to do a review of just the retreat experience and let you know about that too. So a lot of videos to come from this vlog series, but I enjoyed that first lunch. I started with the prawn ceviche. That was very good, so fresh and delicious. That's the thing about Luminae, is everything just tastes, I mentioned it earlier, just a step above everything else that you can get on the ship. Celebrity with the cruise line that I've been on so far with the best food. You just can't beat Luminae. And then for my main, I had the steak frites, and that was really good also. A New York strip with some potatoes and some béarnaise sauce. So good. And then my dessert was the pear and yogurt dessert, and that was fantastic as well. I ate so much food. That was like a dinner that I just ate. And then they're like, we'll see you from 5:30 to 9:30 for dinner. And I'm like, I don't know about that. We'll see. I'll definitely be in there because I feel like I paid for it. I've got to eat like all this food. So that was lunch, and I've just been relaxing in the room. I'm really liking the room. It's huge, but I like the angle, like where the bed is. You can look right out the window and get views like, well, like this that's back here behind me. That's my view right now when I'm laying on my bed looking out. It's only 1 p.m. I'm trying everything I can not to go to sleep. I don't want to take a nap, but maybe I should because I am really, really sleepy today. That's kind of a cool shot back there with the dark clouds over the edge. But I also wanted to talk about the embarkation process here in the port of Barcelona. I did show up probably at like 9:40, and when I showed up, they said, well, we don't actually start letting folks in to check in until right around 10, and it actually ended up being around 10:10 or 10:15 when they opened the doors. I was the first person through the line. They looked at my boarding pass as I walked in. They then sent me through security. Once I went through security, they pointed me onto the check-in room, and it's just this one wide open room like in a big warehouse here at Terminal C in Barcelona. And I'll put some footage in here. You can see just a wide open space. Now I am in the retreat. There were signs for retreat guests. However, they pointed me on to the regular line, even though I was like, I'm retreat. And that's more on the people that work at the port. That wasn't anything to do with celebrity. But I went to the main check-in desk, checked in. They tried to sit me in general seating, and I'm like, I'm retreat. Where can I go sit in the retreat area? Now, the retreat area wasn't anything special. I know in some ports, like in Fort Lauderdale, where Celebrity has their own terminal building. Also in Los Angeles when I sailed on the Solstice, I know they have like a dedicated room that's away from everyone else, but this was just like a seating area away from everybody, but everybody else could see it. And in fact, folks that weren't part of the retreat, I don't think understood. They thought that the food that was set up, because they do set up drinks and coffee and all sorts of little like hors d'oeuvres for you to snack on while you're waiting to board the ship. But folks that were just sitting in the general population, I guess, thought that, oh, that's for anyone, and they kept trying to come over. And some folks actually were successful at breaking the barrier and coming over. So a little bit different here in Barcelona, I think, than some other ports. And then right around 11, just maybe before 11, they started escorting folks on board. There were folks there from the retreat concierge that were actually escorting some folks, and I believe that they actually take the people that are staying in the higher end suites. They actually escort them to their rooms. I didn't have an escort. I walked myself to my room, and I was on the ship by 11 o'clock. So that's quick and easy. I was here early. My check-in time wasn't until 11:30, but I got here early because I came right from the airport. And what else was I going to do? If you are staying in the retreat, you do have that dedicated space. They do have food and beverages over there for you to sit and enjoy, and that's in any port. So I really enjoyed the embarkation process. Really like how they really make you feel special by putting you away from everybody else, I guess, even if you're in the same room. But I do like that there's snacks and stuff available while you wait. So that's the embarkation process here in Barcelona, and I'm going to stand up and show you. There's the actual port. That right there is like a walkway that'll go to both ships, the gangway to the edge and also the gangway to the reflection, which is back up this way. So a great, easy embarkation process, but that's because I was here early. I don't know how it would be otherwise. So yeah, that's lunch. That's the embarkation process. I'm going to relax a little bit, and I'll talk to you all in just a little bit. I think we're going to be sailing away in probably 3 or 4 hours. So I'll talk to you a little bit closer to sail away. I've just been hanging out in the room for a little while. I just wanted to make an observation here, because there's been a lot of talk recently about what Celebrity's going to do with butlers, specifically butlers and sky suites. So previously, all the sky suites had a dedicated butler for that room. Now, I don't know, I made a video, I think about a month ago, stating that Celebrity was changing that. We had heard rumors that Celebrity had let go of some of the butlers. I called Celebrity up. They said that the butlers would be replaced by a retreat concierge team. But it's 2:15 and no one has been here. I haven't talked to anyone. You know, so I don't really know how you get things done. Like, if you needed a butler, no one's introduced themselves to me. I have seen no one. A guy came in and delivered some little gifts to my room, but he was just, I think, with the food department. I don't think he was a butler or a concierge team. You know, I don't know, but no one's talked to me as of 2:15. So I still don't know what the deal is with that. But I wanted to give you an update in this video on that. So hopefully I will talk to someone today, and I'll sort of get the vibe or the gist of what they're going to be doing on this cruise, what their role is on this cruise. So more to come on that. I did also want to talk about what came with my booking for the retreat, because many things are included at the time I made my booking. Now, I understand that as of October the 4th, 2023, Celebrity is making some changes to these things. So if you are booking a cruise after October the 4th, maybe you're watching this video after October 4th, it's probably completely different. But with my booking for the retreat, like I said, it was north of $7,000. Now, that included $650 of onboard credit. Now, onboard credit can be used for shore excursions, it can be used for shopping on board, for the casino, just anything that you buy or could purchase on the ship. That's what you can use onboard credit for. So I booked excursions. I think I have 5 excursions. 4 or 5 excursions, something like that. I didn't want to overdo it. All my excursions are like short, like half-day excursions, because I want to be on the ship and like taking in the retreat and the relaxation as much as I can. It also comes with a premium drink package, and the premium drink package is pretty much anything on the ship that you want to drink is included. Drinks up to $17, I believe, or maybe it's 20, 17 or 20. I believe it's 17. It's 17. We'll go with that. And then it also comes with the premium Wi-Fi. That's the fastest Wi-Fi on the ship, and it is Starlink internet. So premium Wi-Fi, premium drinks, and $650 onboard credit. I think it's just $600, but I got like a $50 promotional onboard credit too, something like that. And also all gratuities were covered like in that. So everything, basically, you booked a retreat, you come on the ship and you don't have to pay for anything, because you know you got all that onboard credit, you've got your gratuities are covered, you got your drinks, and you got your Wi-Fi. Now, after October 4th, the way I understand it, they're cutting out the gratuities. Gratuities won't be covered. It's going to be like Royal Caribbean and Carnival and some of those other lines where you pay the gratuities before you go on the cruise or while you're on the cruise, but it's not included in the fare. And also the onboard credit, as I understand it, will not be included with the retreat anymore. So they are taking away some of the perks, but if you're selling after October 4th, but if you're watching this before October the 4th, go right now and book your retreat room so you get those perks when you sell. So I'm here by the elevator bank on deck 8, the midship elevator bank, and I wanted to show this. This is called the Hideaway. This is on deck 7 down below and also on deck 8. And this is pretty cool. It's like this little pod that's sort of suspended here on deck 8, and then these little pods down below where you can come and have a seat. And I think this is pretty cool because to me it reminds me a lot of something you would see on the Edge class ships, you know? So it just shows you how Reflection was sort of bridging the gap between the Solstice class of ships and then the Edge class of ships. Which is pretty neat because this is pretty eccentric, and I feel like this is something you would see on the Edge ships, you know, particularly in Eden or in the Eden area of the ship. But just wanted to show this because it is pretty unique and cool and only found here on the Reflection. Alright, so it is now 4:05 and I just had 2 visitors to my room, and this will sort of clear up a little bit some of the Butler stuff. And I did ask specifically, you know, sort of what's happening and who does what. So essentially they said 3 people will be working my room. One of them is room service. That's anything to do with food, the daily canapes that they bring, that's room service. Number 2 is the room attendant, or, you know, the person that comes to clean my room. He can also do laundry, take care of any needs like that. And then the 3rd is the head butler, and the head butler is over all of the Sky Suites. There's one head butler for all the Sky Suites, and he oversees the room attendants and just making sure that they get the guests what they need. So, you know, it didn't really seem like they offered any services above like laundry and just typical like housekeeping services that you might need, or like, you know, if you need something from room service, something like that. I didn't, you know, I don't really know what else I would use the butler for. They didn't say that they had services beyond, you know, those things I just mentioned. So it's good to have that, though. He came into my room and did like a 5-minute briefing. He was like, sit down on the couch, and then he like gave this whole presentation about being the head butler and what all services I could expect. And then my room attendant had just come in just before that and also did like a room tour and told me what he did and his hours and things like that. So to me, it seems like this new system is just, you know, you have a room attendant, they're pretty much going to take care of whatever your needs that you have, and they're sort of going to serve in that gray area. Maybe you've had a butler before on Sky Suites and you know like what your butler did in the past. Your room attendant is probably going to try to do those things now under the supervision of the head butler who's over all the Sky Suites. That's my understanding. But someone like me, it's my first time in the retreat. I really don't know like what to ask of the butler service. I don't really have that many demands, and I knew I wouldn't. It wasn't like I booked the retreat thinking I'm glad I'm going to have someone at my beck and call for 9 days. It wasn't that. It was just, you know, I don't know. So anyways, that's the update. That's how it was just explained to me. So I wanted to let you know, because I know there's been a lot out there online recently about this change. It's been a very big deal. It's been very controversial, but that is how it was just explained to me in my room not 5 minutes ago. So yeah, like I say, it's almost 4:15. We're going to see the Edge move away. She's still tied up there, but she's leaving soon. I think she'll leave before us. We're leaving about 5. So we'll get some sail away shots as the Edge goes around us and as we leave the port. And then I'll have dinner tonight at Luminae. Really excited about that. And it's just been a great embarkation day. I've been napping because I've been so tired. Did a little bit of a wardrobe change. I had to wear my cruise day. I don't know if I've ever showed you all this shirt before, but I wear this every cruise day. It says, cruise day, let's get this adventure started. So you can get your very own t-shirt, though, if you want it. Make sure you check out my website. I'll put a link down below to my shop where you can get your very own cruise day shirt. But yeah, that's the situation with butlers now in Sky Suites. So it's 5:30, and first out today is MSC Seaview. And they're very excited to be on MSC. Not me. So we were supposed to leave, I think, at 5, and I thought the Edge was going to leave before us, but I did read on a Facebook group. This is the value of joining a Facebook group for your cruise. There's a flight apparently coming from Atlanta that was delayed. They actually left Atlanta last night to come to Barcelona, had to turn around because of a medical emergency. And those folks are just now getting to Barcelona. So I think the ship has said they're going to wait 2 hours for those folks to get here. So yeah, maybe we won't be leaving until probably 7 or so. It is about 7:30 p.m. and we are now departing Barcelona. It is so windy. As you can see, the Celebrity Edge still tied up there. We're leaving her behind. Leaving behind the beautiful city of Barcelona, Spain. You can see back there. The city's about to light up because it's getting dark here. But we are pushing away from the dock now. Some 2.5 hours past our scheduled departure time. Alright, so as it is 7:40 now, I'm late to the show. I'm going to go to the show. I think they just have like a trio of singers tonight. I'm going to go see what that's like. Maybe just stay for a few minutes. Then I'm going to go for dinner at Luminae. I'm really excited about my first dinner at Luminae. So, yeah, that's the plan for this evening. Let's go. And on the way to the show, I am happy to inform everyone that the cookies here at Cafe Al Bacio are free. Again, the cookies here at Cafe Al Bacio are still absolutely free, as well as all of the delicious pastries here in this case. So just back in the room now after dinner, and I did want to say they do come 2 times a day and do cleaning of the retreat rooms. So 2 times a day. They did it earlier, of course, when I got here, and then once this evening. I also wanted to show you the mini bar because these I actually got in Michael's Club. They do have a refrigerator with all sorts of stuff. They have waters and sodas and beers. You can just go in and take those and bring them to your room. However, the mini bar in this guy's suite, which he said he would take the stuff out. I think he'll probably do it tomorrow. You can see the mini bar is still stocked. Anything in here you have to pay for. Even though it is a suite, you're still going to have to pay for any of this stuff. Any drink packages or anything like that that you might have, it does not cover anything in this mini fridge. So I've asked him to take everything out except like these 2 bottles of water and these Sprite Zeros, which are mine, which I got from Michael's Lounge. Or Michael's Club, and those would be the only things I keep in there, but he's going to take everything else out. But just wanted to note, you can get things, sodas and waters and things like that at Michael's Club and bring them to your own mini bar in your room. Alright, so just back in the room now from the show. The show was okay. I kind of thought they would have something a little bit, bigger going on, or like a welcome show or something for the first night of the cruise. But it was a trio of singers. They were fantastic. But I just thought there would be a little something more for the first night of the cruise, like there typically is. After that, I went to Luminae for dinner, and it was kind of disappointing. The service in there is spectacular, first of all. Service like none other. I think Blue is probably the only thing that comes close to the service in Luminae. If you've been to Blue and never been to Luminae before, that's probably like a pretty good comparison. But my food, other than the roasted tomato soup that I had, which is probably the best tomato soup I've ever had, the other stuff sort of fell flat. For my second appetizer, I tried the smoked salmon. That was okay. The salmon was good, but it was on this bread that was just too chewy and it was hard to eat. And then my filet, I got the filet mignon. Of course, I had red meat for lunch. I had a steak for lunch. So just a lot of steak today. But I had to get the filet mignon because I'm like, it's a filet and Luminae. It's probably going to be fantastic. And I asked for medium rare, and it came out more medium well. So it was almost cold. It was lukewarm at best. So can't say I was, just blown away by Luminae. Not like I was hoping that I would be. So we'll see if that changes tomorrow. And I'm going to be, like I said, brutally honest in these reviews. So make sure that you come back. I have a lot of videos that are going to be centered around this retreat experience. I'm going to talk a little bit about the reflection too and what I thought about it overall as a ship and the entertainment. I'll do a full steps review on the reflection, but I'm going to focus more the vlogs and the things I talked to you about on the retreat, because that's really why I did this cruise, for the retreat experience, and also Luminae, and we'll break down all the meals I have at Luminae throughout this cruise, and we have 8 more days to go, and I am exhausted now. So I'm ending this vlog, but like I said, a lot more content to come, so subscribe if you haven't already. Please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, found it informative. And yeah, that's really all I have to say for today. So until the next video, and until tomorrow, I'll see you on the next adventure.